All right, what is up, everyone? OG over here from Player Essence, and welcome to another PE Live. Today, we should have a pretty good show for you guys. Should be pretty fantastic. A lot of, excuse me, a lot of cool stuff going on here in the village. So let's go ahead and get into some ninja news. So for those of you who do not know, we do have an Octopath Traveler giveaway going down. Make sure you check out the link in the description below. You'll have full details. I also linked it in the chat as well. Go over there and get as many entries as you can. So check that out when you guys get the opportunity. We also have, what else do we have? We have our Octopath Traveler Let's Play going on. I did some more off-screen grinding, so off-air grinding. So we should be ready to go. The next time that I stream Octopath Traveler, we should be ready to go for Cyrus's boss battle at the beginning of the chapter. So that should be fun. In terms of anything else, I think that's it. We just have that going on. We had PE News, so we had two episodes of that today, or two videos. So make sure you check out those videos, get caught up on the news. And I have another video that I'm working on for tomorrow morning. I had to take a little bit of a nap because I was tired because I stayed up way too late playing Octopath Traveler, and then that messed up my whole schedule for today. Because I stayed up way too late. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll play this game for about an hour and a half, and then all of a sudden, 3 hours later, I got finished with the game till like I got 1 something. So yeah, that messed up my whole schedule. So yeah, I'm a little behind, but I'll catch up. Still got to go to the gym tonight, so we might not play Octopath Traveler tonight because I do have to go to the gym. So we might wait, or I might play it super late and only play it for about like an hour. We'll finish up the boss battle. I'll play it for a little bit longer, and that's it. But I can't be going to sleep by like 2 a.m. like I did yesterday or this morning, So yeah, so there we go. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get into some of the news here. We're gonna start off with Epic. So actually, no, we're gonna go ahead and get into shoutouts first. Shoutouts first, and then we'll get into some of the articles here and some of the stuff. So what's up to Alex May? Shout outs to my Elite Ninja Alex May. How's it going, man? Good to see you here. David Guido Gaming. My boy David, my guy. When you link something on Twitter, you should probably read it. Whenever you link stuff, you should read it, man. You should read it. You linked that whole article about South Park: The Stick of Truth and said, oh, I hope the rumors are true. Dude, if you read the linked article, it says that it's official. So you gotta read the stuff that you're linking, my guy. So yeah, shout outs to Alonzo Vine, shout outs to B More Akuma, East 99 Eternal, what's good, man? How's it going, guys? M Williams, what's up, man? Soccer Star, what's up, good? What's up, dude? How's it going? Let's see here. Fire Blast, whatks up, man? Sock on 10, what is up? What is up? Triforce J, shout outs to Ninja Triforce J, what's up, man? KJ2399, what's good, man? Fire Blast Gaming, what's up, man? J Doll Love Money, what's up? Let's see here. AV Alton, what's up, man? How's it going, dude? Amiibo fan, what's good? How's it going, Elite Ninja Amiibo fan? Elite Ninja Alton as well. Let's see here. Shout outs to Elite Ninja Keenan Parker, how's it going, man? MTY1983, what's good? Fire Blast, what's good, man? Kendrick Plays, what's up, man? How's it going? Alonzo Vines, what's good? Neo Blitz the Prinny, shout outs to Elite Ninja Fury Tiger, how's it going? Elite Ninja, the waifu Lucina, how's it going? Shinobu, shout outs to Shinobu, Elite Ninja Shinobu in the house, what's good? Soccer Star, what's good? Let's see here, Party Man, what's good? OJ is just the name, it's just my name that I got nicknamed from football, guys. It's nothing big, who cares? Who cares what it stands for? Let's see here, Deadlock 7, what's good? Alton V, what's up, man? The Juice Man. Triforce J, what's good? Sean, the right way, what's good, man? How's it going, dude? Rosalino, what's good? Fairy Tiger, what's up, man? Tostios, what's good? You don't read. Oh, no, it's all good, man. But I'm just saying, if you're gonna link articles, because like you want people to take your information seriously, you know what I'm saying? So when you link an article, you got to make sure that you read it and you understand what's inside that article. Because if you write something on top of that article that gives people misperception, like misconception of what's actually in there, then it causes issues and misinformation. So that's the reason why I just said make sure you read the article that you link, so you know exactly what it says. So you're not contradicting your own article that you linked, because like you link something and then you said, oh well, I hope the rumors are true, as if it was a rumor, and then a bunch of other websites are reporting that no, it's not a rumor, it's true. Ubisoft said this, so it causes confusion, which Switch doesn't need any confusion. It doesn't need any of that. So Shoutouts to Avatar Renji with the $2.99 donation. He says, "May the sacred flame light your path." Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Rodrigo, what's up, man? How's it going? What's up? Always learning 60. What's good, Elite Ninja Party, man? What's good? Kendrick plays. How's it going? We got a lot more than 6 mods. Aaron says my Switch needs to charge faster. I don't know what's going on there, man. Let's see here. Skip Bit Productions. What's up, man? How's it going? Wanda Penguin. Hey, how's it going, Wanda Penguin? Suzumi, what's good? Lucina, of course. Mike Bro, what's up, man? Oh, I got something in my eye. Okay, I'm good. I think I'm good. Okay, I think I'm good. All right, I'm good. Well, let's see here. Fire Blast, once again. Be More Kuma, what's good? Reginald, what's up, man? How's it going? Let's see here. What's good? What's good? I can't say those names. I can't say the name because it's in like, I think it's like Japanese or Chinese. Simple sentence, tiny, so I can't say it. So what's good, man? Mr. Nickel, what's good? Josh Hayes, what's up, man? Zach Brown, what's good? Let's see here. El Chupacabra, what's up, man? Play Tendo X, what's good? Let's see here. Snow Bunny, what's good for Snow Bunny 426? Dragon Gamer. Neko Frisk, how's it going? Brandon Jackson, what's good, man? Dank Beam Center, what's up, man? How's it going? I think we got pretty much everyone. Yeah, Josh, got Josh, what's good, man? Yeah, so I think we pretty much got everybody. Oh, We Am Gamer, what's up, We Am Gamer? How's it going? Can't miss you, man. Yeah, definitely. All right, so I think we pretty much got everybody. So shout outs there. Shout outs to 150 people watching. So let's go ahead. Let's talk about the next Switch discussion. I think Boy Z said I was going to talk about that silly Forbes articles. I'm not talking about any silly Forbes articles, okay? Forbes intentionally makes silly articles for clickbait for everyone to sit there and talk about. It's a very common tactic. This tactic was used a lot in the Wii U era. Like, you saw these type of articles, 7 reasons to buy this over this. 7 reasons to buy Switch over this. 7 reasons to buy PS4 over Switch. 7 reasons to buy PS4 over Xbox One. 7 reasons to buy Xbox One over PS4. It's all clickbait. It's all garbage clickbait. The only reason you need to buy one system over another is what do you want to play? Plain and simple. That's it. What do you want to play? As a gamer, what do you want to play? What is important to you? There is not any 7 reasons or any garbage. So I'm not giving them any publicity. I'm not linking their stupid article. I'm not talking about their dumb article because it's stupid and it's silly. And these tactics have been going on forever, which is fine. I mean, like, it's like, you know, they're just trying to get hits, which is fine. They're a business. They're trying to get hits. I get that, but I'm not going to sit there and give them. I'm not going to sit there and give them clout. You know, I mean, Forbes already has enough clout. You know, they don't need me to talk. They don't need me to talk about it. You know, they don't need me to talk about it at all. So let's go to get into the next Switch discussion. So I've been talking about this quite a bit, and you know, I'll tell you guys my crazy theory for the Switch because I know I've said it before, so this will be repeat information. That some of you guys have probably already heard, but I think Nintendo really has like a revolution. Remember the original Nintendo codename for the Wii, the Revolution? I think this is the final stretch, the home phase of their plan when they finally executed it to the degree to where it got both casuals and it got core consumers, kids, whatever the case is, everybody on board, because that's what Nintendo's always tried to do pretty much forever, but really with the Wii was the Blue Ocean strategy, right? So I think this is the final stretch of that, and allow me to explain. So if you look at what Nintendo's trying to do, like generations, we've always learned about generations like this generation, Generation 6, Generation 7, Generation 8. Nintendo, and I think Xbox to agree, but definitely Nintendo, they're trying to blow that completely up. You know, business, was it Business Insider? Either way, Forbes, Business Insider, they both write the same crap. No, I'm sorry. Sorry to Forbes if it wasn't Forbes, whatever the case is. Nintendo is trying to blow the whole generations thing up, because where does the Switch fit in? Is it 9th generation? Is it 8th generation? Is it 8.5 generation? Nobody has a definitive answer to what it is. Heck, we still got companies like Ubisoft calling this generation next generation. And shout outs to Amiibo Fam with the $2 donation. Says, hey OJ, you got to play Super Smash Bros. Version of Snake Eater. Okay, let me play that real quick and then we'll get back to what I was talking about. Super Smash Brothers Snake Eater. Okay. This is just going to be the instrumental. Okay. All right, so I think Nintendo's really trying to, and thank you so much, Amiibo fan. I do appreciate the $2 donation, homie. Thank you so much. So I think Nintendo's really trying to blow up the generations and how everyone sees it. They're trying to start the whole line. It's a whole new line. This isn't like console. It's not portable. It's a whole separate thing from what we've seen before. And I think Nintendo's really trying to distance themselves from the traditional means and what people usually think, you know? I'm gonna hear a Windows sound real quick, guys. Okay, there we go. So in the end, I think Nintendo's end goal is essentially to start a whole new, like I said, a whole new line. I think that the Switch is going to be what they do going forward for the foreseeable future, probably forever. So at some point, it's going to be like your system is literally, I don't know, like maybe you have an attachment, maybe you can buy bigger screens, but your system is literally like the super powerful, you know, PC or whatever the case is, but it's the size of a phone, which might not be for 10, 20 years, whatever the case is. But I don't think Nintendo's ever going back. That's what I'm saying. Like a traditional sense of a console, right? Like where you get like, you have a system and it sits right there on your table, on your entertainment system. I don't think Nintendo ever wants to do that again. So I think with the next Switch, what they're going to do is that we've heard about the whole 20-year partnership with Nvidia. And at first I thought that was just like, okay, well, whatever, you know, like we don't even know if the Switch is going to be like a huge success. But as more and more that I thought about it, I was thinking, yo, like I honestly think that Nvidia and Nintendo are going to make some type of like super like combined R&D mobile chip that's going to be like as powerful as like a PS4 Pro or something like that in the future. I don't know if it's going to be within the next revision of the Switch or in the Switch 2. Like I don't think it's going to be like a new Nintendo Switch where we get that, but maybe in the next like 4 or 5 years, you know, we get like a Switch 2, like a real Switch 2, and that's where that's going to be like, you know, so powerful. That's going to be like the most powerful mobile chip that we've seen with combined efforts of Nintendo and Nvidia on it. Because why else would they have such a 20-year relationship for what, you know? I mean, I could be completely wrong. They could just go with like a X2 or like a Volta or like something that's already been established. But I think that they're going to go a little bit beyond that. I just think that they're going to go a little bit beyond and use R&D and make their own custom chip. Because you have to remember, the Nintendo Switch itself, that's not a custom chip. Like, it's like a Tegra X1. I mean, they say it's like a custom chip. Maybe there's some other APIs and other things that they use that's custom to the Switch itself, so they can pull more juice out of the system. Actually, that's not even maybe. It is. They can pull more juice out of the system what you normally see out of an X1. You know, they can go beyond that, you know, with everything else that they've done, but not just use like an X1. I think next time they'll actually use, like, base it on like the Tegra, you know, or whatever, but actually make it like a complete custom chip. A lot more energy efficient, a lot faster to charge, battery life longer, you know, all sorts of other things. So if you guys have any ideas of what you guys think and kind of what Nintendo's trying to do, I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts, and, you know, I'll read off some of them here in the chat. Shout outs to the 180 people watching. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate that. Let's see here. Let's see. Boise says, it's funny how Sony and Xbox can get away with paying for online. Then when Nintendo does it, it's a whole issue, and Nintendo is begging for money. I don't think it's really that much of an issue with anybody with half a brain. Most of the people who are complaining just complain to complain. And when I say half a brain, I mean that and when it comes to sense talking about video games. Not that they're stupid, but the people that are complaining about it are the people that are having an issue with it. Not that they're, like I said, not that they're dumb or anything, but there's no point, in my opinion, about complaining about something that was inevitable. Like, it was going to happen. You can't sit here. You have one side of the internet that says Nintendo's online is trash. You know what I'm saying? Which Nintendo's own fan base says Nintendo's online is trash. And then you have the other side of the internet that says, oh, well, you know, we pay for this, this, and this. Like, we want to pay for it, you know? So at some point, the worlds are going to collide. At some point, it was inevitable that Nintendo was going to make us pay. It's just a matter of how much they're going to make us pay. That's the biggest thing. And it's $20. So it's $20 a year. It's literally like, I mean, it's what? It's less than $2. $2 a month? Less than $2 a month? I mean, I mean, if you do the family share plan, it's ridiculously cheap. So I think it's just silly to even complain. It's like I said, it's the same people who complain about nearly everything. So yeah. Let's see here. Okay, Huang Xin. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. It was hard for me to actually pronounce it. Got it, got it. Chinese name. Got it, got it. Is yeah, Huang Xin? Huang Xin? Shoutouts, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate your viewership, man. Hi there, Velvety. How you doing today? If you guys have any comments on the Nintendo Switch, what you guys see for like the Switch 2 or what Nintendo's gonna do with Tegra in the future, let me know and I'll read them off. I'll give my opinion on that. Nintendo Switch U. All right. Let's see. Logic Win says, okay, you guys are talking about Fortnite or something like that. Enrique, make sure you tag me at Player Essence. At Player Essence, so it's easier for me to see your comment. Enrique Pinero says, I feel what OJ says about Nintendo direction with consoles and Switch 2, as well as the timing of release, is 99.8% accurate. So I'm 0.2% off. So yeah, there's always something that I could say that's wrong. Amiibo fan says, players in Switch VR. I think Switch VR will happen at some point. I think it'll happen probably like with the next generation or so. I don't think it's going to happen this generation just because of the screen. But I think once they get a 1080p screen, once they get the juice of the system, and once they make it to where it's not super uncomfortable and stupid looking, I think they'll do VR. Maybe next gen. Guys, hold on to questions, just random questions and stuff towards the end, okay? I'll answer your questions at the end. So if you got like, you know, silly questions like, oh, like personal stuff like, oh, what type of music you like and all that, just hold on to that at the end and I'll answer that once we get to our Q&A segment. We're talking about the Nintendo Switch and what you guys see for the future of it and things like that. I don't want to get too off topic. Aron says, since Nintendo Switch will it sell 200 million? I have no idea what you mean, Aron. Will it sell 200 million? Well, I mean, like I said, that's a question. That's a general question at the end. I mean, I'm not sure what you're trying to say. Are you trying to make a statement? I don't get it. Soccer Star 9001 says, player says next Switch upgrade should be called Nintendo Switch N. I don't think I like that name. I don't think I like the name. Thank Boom Center says, player, since Nintendo can innovate on the Switch idea, including to bring the price down to be available in every home. That's not. Is bringing the price down? Is that actually innovation, or is that just bringing the price down? Bringing the price down matters on component parts, matters on market, where they are, how much they're selling. So I'm not really sure how bringing the price down actually innovates on the Switch itself. That just brings the price down. I don't think there's anything innovative about a price drop. Let's see here. Boise says, what if Nintendo will combine Wii U, and Switch all together? Isn't that kind of what the Nintendo Switch is? Because you have Joy-Cons, which are like the Wii remotes. You have a portable screen that you can take anywhere. Well, you can take around away from your TV, which is like the Wii U. And then the Switch combines all those things together. But then you also have the added functionality of like a Nintendo 3DS or a portable system to where you can take it anywhere, then also play it on your TV. So isn't that what the Switch already is, combining what they did with the Wii and the Wii U? Actually, who was it? Shinya Takahashi talked about that. Remember, guys, at the presentation back in January 2017, he showed all the different systems and said, hey, look, guys, these are all of our systems that we've made, and the Switch DNA is pretty much all of these different systems. And he showed the Wii U, he showed the Wii, he showed the GameCube. You know, he showed even like when they got their first idea of being able to take a console experience anywhere that you want with the handle on the GameCube. So I think the Switch is already that. All right, so we got a donation here. Let me go ahead and read that off. Shout outs to Grubby K9 and donated $1 and said, did you already play my songs? Grubby, I played your first song during the intro because that song was 8 minutes long, that Contra twin guitar medley. Although, okay, here's the thing. Here's the problem. I missed another donation that you had. That's the problem. Sorry about that, Grubby. It says, okay, here's another $1 for your pockets. Keep Konami music of yesteryear going. Can you play Tragic Prince by Furtick? Okay, yeah. The problem is that you donated those. I saw one of them, but I didn't see the other one because these ones, the second donation was before the stream started. So that's the issue. That's why I missed it. So sorry about that, dude. Let me go ahead and play that second song. But I did play the first one for you, that Contra twin guitar medley, because that was a long song. So I played that. Let's see here. Tragic. Does he? All right, there you go. Thank you so much for the donations, Grubby K9. I do appreciate that, dude. Thank you. Okay, yeah, no problem, Grubby K9, man. No problem, dude. Thank you for the donations, and hopefully you enjoyed the music. Let me go back up and read off some of these comments here. Deadlock 7 says, Parsons, I think you're right about Nintendo's plan with the Switch, although I wouldn't be surprised to see a fusion element like it was rumored years ago, like extra power via the hub or console. That's actually a good point, man. I think that could happen too. I think that they could make a portable unit and a dock that actually, like, puts it more powerful. Yeah, I think that's absolutely a possibility. Absolutely. Triforce J says, Nintendo is always in for the long haul. I think in the future, Nintendo and Nvidia will have the most powerful portable console. Well, they already kind of have that now. The most powerful portable console, like the most dedicated console. Not any type of weird Windows PC thing that you can take on the go, but the actual real dedicated portable console as well. I think Switch is already that. But yeah, man, I agree. I think they're going to just continue to drive that point home. Leo Aguilar says, I think probably the new Switch will focus on trying to cool down the GPU to prevent cracking and have hopefully a pro version like the specs of the Nvidia Shield. The specs of the Nvidia Shield aren't that great. So do you think that would be like a new Nintendo Switch? Okay, like a pro. Okay, like a pro. Okay, a pro version. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I mean, maybe. That's definitely a possibility. Cracking isn't for everyone, but yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying there in terms of like trying to cool down the GPU to prevent that, but it's not happening for everyone. So just got to keep that in mind as well. Let's see here. Enrique Pinero says, Parsons, do you think the next Switch revision will be compatible with current peripherals like Joy-Cons? I would hope so. You said revision? So if it's a revision of an existing model. So why would it not be compatible with currently already what you use? We're not talking about a whole new... You didn't say a whole new system, Enrique. You said a revision. So, I mean, what? I don't get that. That's like a new Nintendo 3DS works with stuff that's already been released for the 3DS, you know? So yeah, I don't see any issues there. Let's see here. Let's see. Player Essence, Boy Z says, Player Essence, remember when people had that fake leak with the Wii remotes next to the fake tablet and said it was Nintendo's next console? Well, there was a lot of different leaks because I don't remember exactly which one that you're talking about, you know, and what they were saying there, dude. Yo, what's up, Avidin? How's it going, my boy? What's up, man? How's it going? Quantum L, what's good? How's it going, guys? Avatar, all you guys, what's up, man? G5, what's up, G5? How's it going, man? I haven't said shoutouts to you yet. So shoutouts there. Game Bruh Color says, whatever the console is, I hope it has backwards compatibility and a way to buy classic games. Well, there will be a way to get classic. I mean, there already is a way to buy classic games on the Switch, so I don't think there's ever gonna not be a way to buy classic games. In terms of backwards compatibility, I think that it would have to be backwards compatible just because, you know, if you're going to continue on with Tegra, I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't be backwards compatible, you know? As long as they go with cartridges. I mean, if you guys actually check out my video, I did a video a while ago, dude. I did a video a long time ago. And I think I was pretty much the first person in terms of, like, Nintendo content creator. Doc Trey likes to take credit for this one. But, but I beat Doc Trey to the punch on this one for, the first time ever. So let me, I'm gonna link an article for you guys. Let's see here. Man, I can't find it. Yeah, okay, so I actually did a video 3 years ago talking about how Nintendo could, I did a video back in May 22nd, 2015, where I was talking about how Nintendo could go back to cartridges based off of what I read online, and people thought I was crazy for it, but, you know, but this was based off of an article that I read, and I was totally on board with the whole cartridge thing. But this was way before we even knew what the Switch was, man. This was way before that. So I'll link that, or I'll read that. You guys can watch that later. I'll link that video for you guys. You guys can watch it later. But yeah, I talked about that, man. And I think as long as they go through with the whole I think this whole cartridge thing, that's going to be the next step. They're going to advance that media. Obviously, the biggest thing, or like one of the most important things that they do, is make sure that they get the prices down. People are talking about Switch revisions. People are talking about Switch 2 and powerful docks. The most important thing is to get the cartridge prices down. That's the most important thing. Get the cartridge prices down, because the tech is amazing. Cartridge tech blows optical media out of the water. The only downfall, not downfall, but the only weakness is the price. You have cartridges that can hold as much data as discs out there, as Blu-ray or optical media, as most of it, but the price. So Nintendo just needs to make sure that they work on that for next generation. So even when, I mean, they're good right now, and I don't think that they need to really even do more. Like, I mean, I think that they could, by the next time, like the next Nintendo Switch comes, they can have a 128 gigabyte cartridge, but they've got to work on something to get those cartridge prices down, which I think that they are, but they've got to work on that. I think that's probably one of their biggest focuses for this generation and for next generation, is securing cartridges to be not so expensive, so developers can have enough space, and to where we don't have to download games, the partly download games on the internet, and then also cartridge space, because developers are worried about the prices of the cartridges. So the only way you can tell I'm crazy when I'm bald, yeah, man. Let's see here. Enjoying Octopath. Yeah, Octopath is amazing. Player since, man, SMD 64 Salt when NX was revealed to be a hybrid. Well, yeah, dude, we did that live. Me and Super Metal Dave did that live, dude. I don't think the next Switch would push 4K dock. No, I don't think it would. Maybe like a checkerboard type of deal, but I don't think it'd be like a native 4K. Let's see here. Yeah, I remember, guys, I was watching, me and Super Metal Dave, we were watching the Direct live together, and I remember, I think one of the comments that I made was like, detachable controllers, and then I said like I said something else, and then while we were watching it, I was like, oh man, Dave, we're going to get it. I was like, dude, we are going to get it. We are not going to hear the end of it. Oh my god. So yeah, man, that was a funny time in Player Essence history. Funny time in Player Essence history. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Yeah, Dave looked a little salty. It was funny. Good stuff, man. Good times. Kevin Rivera says, Player says, what's going on? I was able to pick up Octopath from Best Buy. The music is phenomenal. Shoutouts, man. So they got some more copies in at Best Buy for you. Good stuff. Grubby K9 says, that's what I was thinking. I hope they can get the prices down for the cartridges. I like the cartridges better than the disc format. Yeah, well, let's talk about that a little bit, guys, because discs suck. Like, discs suck. They're horrible. They're optical media. The disc format is just horrible. They're just really bad. Really bad, and I don't like them at all. I think that the discs that they use for PS4 and Xbox One, I mean, the fact that, what they're doing, like in terms of having to download the whole thing to your hard drive, and then just optical media itself, that's the reason why these systems are so big. Like, even if you look at the Wii U isn't as big as the Xbox One or the PS4, but it's still like it's kind of still like a big piece of, like, big long rectangle, compared to the Switch. The Switch is so tiny. So I'm all down for cartridge media. Cartridge media is good for on the go, obviously. Like, you can't put a disc into a portable system, or at least you can try to do that and you get bad results, like the PSP, where you have a UMD spinning in there. Not a good idea. That's why Sony went from UMD to cartridge, because cartridges are better media. It's just a matter of prices. That's all it is. Just a matter of prices and the amount of space that you can put on there, because cartridges are just more expensive. So cartridge tech is better. Cartridge tech is always better. And when they finally perfect it, that's when it's going to be something awesome. And I think that they'll perfect it by next generation. I think we'll have standard 64 gigabyte cartridges as the standard price, as low as optical media, by next generation. I think they'll get that there. And then they'll have maybe like 128 gigabytes for like the bigger ones, or maybe even like let's say like a 96 gigabyte one, or maybe even like a 80 something. I think that they'll get that down, but that's probably the biggest thing, But cartridges are definitely the way to go. Definitely way to go. MFS gameplay says, "LOL, I remember that video on them using cartridges again. You talked about it back then. It was funny." Yeah, man. I mean, some of the comments were funny. One of the comments, I can read off some of the comments. One of them was a good way to turn off small third-party support Nintendo has, and I was like, well, Nintendo's getting more third-party support, you know, now than they got with the Wii U, and Wii U used optical media. Wii U used an amazing form of optical media, by the way. Used the custom amazing form of it. It was really good. Custom Blu-ray has really good. Didn't need to install to the hard drive. Wii U used one of the best forms of optical media that you can get. I mean, it was faster. I mean, Nintendo's disk drive was faster. I mean, there was some good stuff with the Wii U optical media, but I didn't see any it wasn't like there was a ton of third-party support there. So I don't think it's really, that's not really the issue as much. A lot of people were agreeing with me too. So it's not like, everybody was like disagreeing. Like I'm going through the comments. It's funny. One comment was like, "Oh yeah, man. Like I don't want to. He says one comment says, "I don't like this idea. I don't want to go back to blowing on cartridges." So some people obviously didn't get it. Like didn't quite get, you know, exactly what I was trying to say there. But yeah. Some people were saying, "Oh wow, this is gonna make excuses." People are like, third-party developers are gonna make excuses, you know. So it was interesting. It was interesting to see what all the comments people were saying, you know. But there's a lot of people that are agreeing with me. It wasn't like this was a heavily like disagreed topic. And literally, like all the people that were like commenting here don't even come to my channel anymore. I remember this guy. I don't know what his Blono S or whatever his name is. I banned this dude a long time ago. He's like, "What about Nintendo make a real home console? Is that hard? The other guys did it and they are fine. I don't want Nintendo to make weird beep again. I'm tired." That's his voice that I used. That's his voice. So, and the Switch is pretty much, you know, it's doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. So yeah. Let's see here. So yeah, that's kind of what was going on. People were mixed on it, but overall, I think they were okay with the idea. Optical disc only benefits the publishers. Pretty much, yeah. It's pretty much only benefits that. Let's see here. Soccer Star 9001 says, "Players, says, aren't we supposed to be discussing something, or is the stream just a big Q&A?" We are discussing. We're discussing Nintendo Switch optical media, what they're gonna do next compared to cartridges. We've been discussing that. We're not. This isn't a Q&A. I've been talking about that, about what Nintendo's doing with the next Switch. That's what we've been discussing. Soccer Star. Leo Aguilar says, "Questions. Just hearing the disc spinning loudly makes me happy that the Switch has small media like cartridges." Yeah, man. I mean, when I first heard about that, like I said, this was back in May, so this was over 3 years ago that I talked about this topic. So this is before. Once again, guys, we did not have any type of information on the Switch. It was known as the NX. That's all we had. It was known as the NX. That was it. So I was down for the cartridge stuff, you know, beforehand. So what's up, Rufus? How's it going, man? Dake Meme Center says, "Player, since the next edition of the Nintendo Switch will have 720p native handheld and 1080p native docked. Also, the cartridges will be cheaper than the disc, which isn't good on the go gaming." So the next Nintendo Switch will be the exact same thing as the Switch that we have here, because the Nintendo Switch that we have right now can do 1080p native and can do 720p native. There are plenty of games that are 1080p native on the Switch, up to 1080p native, and 1080p and 720p native on the screen. So the next Switch will be the exact same thing that we already have. I don't think so. I think it might. I mean, I see what you're trying to say, but I'm not. I don't get it. I don't get it. We already have that, don't we? Let's see here. Keenan Parker says, "I like cartridges." All right, you like cartridges. Cartridges are good. Cartridges are very good. El Trooper Copper says, "In comparison to the Switch, my PS4 sounds like a bloody jet engine when running a physical game." Well, yeah. Well, because of the optical drive, obviously. So you're gonna get you're gonna get you know, more noise. Although the Xbox One S is pretty silent, and then apparently the Xbox One X is just as silent, if not more. And the Xbox One X is smaller than the Xbox One. The Xbox One X is smaller than the Xbox One S, apparently. So that's interesting. Amiibo fan says, okay, that's cool, OJ, but where is the NX? The Switch is the NX, my guy. I know you're joking around, but the Switch is the NX. Soccer says, Parsons, is the 720p screen enough for the next Switch, or would you prefer 900p? I don't think people make 900p screens out there, so it's either going to be at 720. It's either going to be a 720p screen, or it's going to be a 1080p screen. That's pretty much that's what it's going to be. Or they do like it could be 4K, you know, 4K, but they don't. 900p screen isn't a thing. At least not a thing that I know of. So yeah. Let's see here. On a screen that small, I don't think 900p to 720p. I don't think it really matters, to be honest. There's not that much p that fills in that. Now on a bigger TV, a 720p image compared to a 900p image can make a difference, right? But on a screen that small, it doesn't make a difference. 1080 screen. Rikuki says 1080 screen, 4K docked. I don't think Nintendo's going to push 4K docked, not with the next Switch. But, I mean, that'd be awesome if they did, but I don't think they will. I mean, 4K at 1 frame per second? Yeah, absolutely, dude. But you never know. I mean, Rikuki, I mean, we talked about this before, right, with the next Nintendo Switch. I mean, maybe they make it to where the dock has, like, a supplemental computing device. Like, that boosts it up there. I mean, that is a 100% possibility. So I don't want to sit here and discount that, like, and sit there and just like say, oh yeah, that's not going to happen. You know, that can definitely happen. That can 100% happen. That can 100% happen. So they have the patents in line for that. So, Josh says the only screen I've seen that is 900p is the 2010 MacBook Air. MacBook. Yeah, the 2010 MacBook. Yeah, they don't, most people don't use 900p screens. That's not a thing. But yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing, like the MacBook Air. But yeah, Auron is demanding 8K undocked, 16K docked Switch. You're also demanding to have a down payment on a house. It's going to be the same price as a house when you put that. So you're also demanding a down payment on the next Nintendo Switch too. J2 Blue says, would it be possible for the next Switch to get rid of the bezel? Get rid of the bezel for screen. I don't exactly know. What does that mean? What does that mean exactly? Do you mean the border that it has? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Ultra Recobra says the next Switch will probably be 1080p native handheld and maybe 4K checkerboarded docked. I'm thinking that's what they're gonna do, like a checkerboarded 4K docked, up to checkerboarded 4K docked, or higher resolutions, 1440p, something like that, docked, and then like 1080p native on the handheld portion. That's what I'm thinking. That seems to me more feasible than like, you know, a 4K and stuff like that. You know, that to me at least, to me. Let's see here. Yeah, the border. I mean, they could have it. They could not. I mean, they could get rid of that. Yeah, they could. It's definitely possible. You said you missed the dual screens. You know what? As much as I did like the 3DS, I don't miss the dual screens. I don't miss the dual screens at all. I don't miss the dual screens. Yo, what's up, Xeno XX? How's it going, man? Good to see you here, buddy. Yo, grandson. Grandson Buruto greatness. How's it going, man? RX Stream, what's up, man? How's it going, dude? So RX Stream, shout outs, man. Thank you for the raid the other day when I was playing Octopath Traveler. I appreciate that, man. Make sure you guys check out RX Stream Gaming, man. He's a cool dude. He says, I don't care about the P. All I care about for is 60 frames per second on demanding games. Well, yeah, that's the thing, man. I mean, if you want 60 frames per second for demanding games, I mean, you're definitely gonna have to have that CPU has to be god tier. You know, that has to be a god tier CPU. That has to be a GPU that can handle it when it comes to the resolution. So I think that's the biggest thing that Nintendo needs to work with when it comes to their combination with NVIDIA, the balance. It's not just about having a stronger GPU or having a strong CPU. It's about the balance between the two. For example, I mean, you guys have all heard, I mean, I'm not super tech literate, but I know enough to point to where like bottlenecks. That's the biggest thing, right? It's like, okay, like the Wii U, for example, ran into bottlenecks with its CPU. Not like a lot, and obviously there's definitely debate among this, guys. This isn't fact or anything like that, but there was bottlenecks. Like the GPU was good GPU. It was a combined GPU for the Wii U, but the CPU in the Wii U was clocked lower. Developers didn't know how to use it as well, so you ran into some bottlenecks. And then you combine that with the amount of RAM available, they ran into issues. They just ran into issues with certain games. Developers who couldn't, didn't work with the system beforehand, and that's why you got. Even though like the Wii U is stronger than not PS4, is stronger than PS3 and 360, you ran into games that ran at fewer less frame rates and things like that. Although sometimes they'd have better resolutions. I mean, and better image clarity and maybe less screen tearing. So they would use the GPU part, the stronger GPU, to get rid of some of the issues. But then sometimes the CPU would cut back, would create a bottleneck, So I think that's the biggest thing that Nintendo needs to balance out between the two when it comes to the next generation, is making sure that, okay, well, yeah, we've got a GPU that can handle, 1080p or whatever the case is, but, like the combined, because it's going to be all on one thing, right? It's going to be a small Tegra. I mean, you guys see how small an actual NVIDIA chip is. I mean, let me just show you guys, Let me just so you guys can just get a feel of, for those who haven't seen it, and I will put up my display right here. Look at this, guys. That's how small the graphics is in the Nintendo, like the graphics chip is in the Nintendo Switch. It's literally the size of a thumbnail. It's a tiny size of a thumbnail. That's how big this is. That pushes out a game like Doom, So they have to figure out, Nintendo and NVIDIA, they have to figure out how to pack being able to play these huge demanding games into something that small or right around that size. And remember, tech is just getting smaller and smaller. But I mean, think about that, guys. Look at this. Can you guys imagine, could you imagine 5 years ago thinking that, or it's not 5 years, excuse me, not 5 years ago, but 3 years ago when they showed off this NVIDIA chip or whatever, could you imagine thinking that you'd be able to play a game like Doom on there like that? Look at how small that is, man. That's insane. So yeah, chips are really small, really small. Let's see here. Amiibo fan says the only thing I want in Switch 2 is more battery life and more system memory. Yeah, I mean, those are all things that, I mean, like a new Nintendo Switch could help with. I don't think a Switch 2, I mean, what I'm saying is that stuff will be solved in Switch 2, but I think that you can possibly get that stuff in sooner than Switch 2. You can get that in a new Nintendo Switch. You can get better battery life. They did that with the 3DS, right? The new Nintendo 3DS had better battery life. It had system memory. Yeah, well, it had more RAM, but I'm thinking you're talking about more internal memory. But just to let you know, man, internal memory is internal flash memory is insanely expensive. The memory that they use is really expensive. So I mean, if I were you, I wouldn't. You don't want them to put too much, because then that cost in some way or another will be transferred to you, which it will be. It will be transferred to you. So it's better off. You're better off buying an SD card and saving yourself a lot of money. If, let's say, Nintendo said, okay, we're going to put 200 gigabytes of flash memory into the Nintendo Switch, this system would be $500, $600 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Flash memory is very expensive. So one thing that they could do is give you a memory card, like the 3DS did that, right? So I think that might be a better option for them, if that's what you're trying to say, than them actually having the internal memory. So how about you get a 64 gigabyte memory card with your purchase or something like that, or you get a 128 gigabyte, which some of the Best Buys and places were actually giving that away for free. When you bought a Switch, you got a free 128 gigabyte memory card, So I think that that's something that they're going to do next generation. They're going to give you, I mean, I would probably say they're going to give you at least 64 gigabytes, maybe in a new Nintendo Switch, because the 64 gigabyte memory cards, back when the Switch launched in 2007, those were actually kind of pricey. I mean, they weren't. I mean, they were still cheap, but they were actually kind of up there. But now they're like $12 or something like that. You know, they're like, you can get them for super cheap. So I'm thinking that when Nintendo does like a new Nintendo Switch, then they will do like, they'll give you a 64 gigabyte memory card with it. That's what I'm thinking, but we'll have to wait and see. Let's see here. Players, hold on to your questions to the very end, guys. Dragon Gamer, that's a normal. That's just a standard question. Hold on to your questions to the very end. I'll have a Q&A at the end. Let's see here. Paint Fat Purple says Nintendo needs to give up the idea of making profit on the system. Sony doesn't make money on the system, just games, and the developers paying them for every game. No, that's stupid. Sorry, your idea is not stupid, but that's stupid for Nintendo to give up on making a profitable system. Think about that. Give up on making profit because somebody else does something. No. No, that's not a good idea. And the reason why that's not a good idea is because Sony can always bank on all third-party developers developing for their system. They can bank on getting all of the different royalties. They can bank on their systems always being the status quo of selling 80 million plus. Sony can bank on that. Nintendo, not so much. Nintendo takes risks. Nintendo takes chances. So therefore, they are definitely going to make sure that they price their system towards profitable, towards for their investors, to where they say, hey, this is what it's going to be. And even if they don't sell up to expectations or whatever the case is, they have a way out. Now, imagine if Nintendo flopped and the system isn't profitable and third-party developers decided not to develop for the system, then you're stuck in a really bad conundrum. So no, copying Sony doesn't all of a sudden make it right. You can't put, it's not like, you know, it's apples to oranges. Sony's business is Sony's business. They're running a business from a standpoint of they pretty much get every single third-party developer, and they know that they are because they're going to make the system the exact same system that third-party developers want. Nintendo, not so much. So that's not a good idea to say Nintendo shouldn't make profit on the system. That's a horrible idea for Nintendo. Good idea for Sony because they can do it, because they know that third-party developers will develop on the system no matter what. For Nintendo, not a good idea, because if those royalty checks don't come in, then you will be in trouble. So, I mean, I see what you're saying, but yeah, it's not a good business decision. And that's just business 101. You got to look at everybody's market is different. Everyone's economics is different. You can't say, oh, well, Sony does something, so Nintendo should do the same thing. Like, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't work. And that will never work for you as a business if you just say, okay, well, this person does it, so we should copy the same thing. When your DNA is completely different. Nintendo has a completely different DNA. Sony has a completely different DNA in terms of what they're looking for. You can't tell them, oh, well, let's copy that. What Sony does is embedded into their DNA, what they do. Nintendo does not do the same thing. So yeah, not a good idea. Shout outs to Christopher with the $1.99 donation. It says Amazon is selling 400 gigabyte memory card for $139. So there you go. That's a pretty good price there. If you wait 2 more years, that 400 gigabyte memory card might be $50, you know? Let's see here. John B says, a little out of the box by current trend. The next Switch might just be a portable terminal that connects to a server at home for cloud streaming. Yuck, but I can see it. No, John B, that's not a good. I don't think that's going to be a thing that they're going to do. No, I don't think so. But that's just my opinion. Let's see here. Deadlock7 says, players, yes, micro SDs are the future. They predict eventually many years. From now, they might even come in as big as 128 terabytes. Spawnwave did a video on it, I believe. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to get there at some point. I think more than 10 years ago, a 1 gigabyte memory card cost $500. You know, like back in like 2008 or 2007. Like a 1 gigabyte memory card was like literally like $500. So yeah, they'll continue making bigger sizes, and they'll continue making, you know, more, because back then, I mean, you just use like floppy disks and flash drives. Those were like kilobytes in space. It was like they were super small, or megabytes. So 1 gigabyte was $500 back in the day. So there you go, man. Let's see here. Avid Smith says, player, since finally someone said it, target markets are different. Nintendo understands their unique selling position and the market towards that. Exactly. It's like trying to alter your own DNA to be like somebody else. There's no matter what you do, no matter how much your outside appearance changes, no matter what you want to do to yourself, at the end of the day, your DNA is your DNA. No matter what Sammy Sosa does to his skin color, his DNA is his DNA. Michael Jackson, whatever the case was, you can't change your DNA. You can't do it. And I think that's kind of what's going on with Nintendo. You know, RIP, by the way, to Michael Jackson. You can't change your DNA. You can't. And that Nintendo's nucleus, as far as what they do, is profitable systems. They've always been on that, profitable systems. Wii U was the first system that was sold at a loss at the beginning. The first system that was sold at a loss, and look how it worked out for them, you know. So I don't think it's ever a good idea. Nintendo thought that they were gonna they did the Sony strategy with the Wii U, you know, although it was still a little bit of their DNA when it comes to things, but they did that. Okay, make a slight loss on the system, but if they buy one game, it's profitable, you know, like they did that with the Wii U, and but mainly because of the gamepad, but still, it's not a good idea. It's just not a good idea. Well, our extreme gaming, yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, Nintendo needs to, it's not about fixing it. It's about the prices just getting down. There's no fixing to be made. It's just working on prices getting down, you know, working on prices getting down. And the only way that the price goes down is through manufacturing, and it's through time. Time solves all of it. There's no like quick, like, okay, now it's fixed. Let's go. You know, there's no quick cheat card or anything in terms of prices. They will go down when the manufacturing goes down, when the parts and components go down. That's just how it works, you know. That's exactly how it works. So essentially, you have to wait for prices to. That's how you get prices to go down. And the gigabytes of cartridges, it's just you gotta wait. There's no other way around it. Let's see. Yeah, we've heard it many times. Nintendo thinks that, you know, people think that Nintendo should do what Sony does, but I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think copying Sony is going to get them anywhere, and I don't think Sony copying Nintendo is going to get them anywhere. Like, how's PlayStation Move working out for you? You know, not so good. So how's was it like Connectimals, or no? That's like Microsoft's things. How's like Sony's like, where's Little Big Planet at? You know, where's all the games that whenever they try? Where's PlayStation All Stars? You know. Where are all these games? Like when you try to copy another developer or copy another, I mean, it doesn't always work. It doesn't always work like that. Shout outs to Big Pop or whatever. Big Pop it, Pappit. Shout outs, dude, man. Thank you for the subscription, homie. Welcome to the village. Welcome. Let's see here. Let me read out some what you guys are saying here. All right, yeah, I guess we should move on to the next topics here, guys. We're already at hour 4 in, so let me move on. All right, so Sonic Mania Plus. Let's go ahead and combine everything, guys. Favorite summer games, what you guys are playing for the summer. Let me know in the chat. Tag me at Player Essence. I'll read off whatever I can. What do you guys think about Sonic Mania Plus for those who bought it, and also Q&A? We'll go ahead and just combine all of them into one, just because I haven't played Sonic Mania Plus, and my favorite summer game is Octopath Traveler. Octopath Traveler is might be one of my favorite games of all time when it's all said and done. So let's combine all the topics there, and Q&A, of course, if you guys want to ask me questions. I know there were some people that were asking me questions. I was like, hey, just wait till the end. All right, here's your chance. Go ahead and put your question in, and I will do my best to keep up with everything. Prince Goro says the next Switch doesn't need to be as powerful as the upcoming next-gen systems. As long as it can run the tools and graphics engines, they will use it. Exactly. Boise says player since IK, this is off topic. Have you seen the new One's Justice trailer that it came out today? Yes, I've already seen it. Let's see here. Cortland, okay, Cortland, you gotta tag me at Player Essence, and I'll read your comment, but I'll read this one because I saw it. This is Dead Cells and Mega Man X collection. Is Dead Cells already out? It's not out yet. So are you talking about like for the PC or some early access? Xenon Official says, Player Essence, do Nintendo have to make a Switch 2.0? What do you mean by Switch 2.0? Like a new Nintendo Switch? Is that what you're talking about? Do they have to? No, they don't have to, but they're probably going to. Rambo says, Player, since NVIDIA's API is going to be really good next generation. Yep, it's going to be good. It's already good now. It's going to be even better next generation. Soccer Star 9001 says, Player, since how do you think the Nintendo Switch lifespan will be as long as 2025? I think it's going to be like a family of systems. So the Nintendo Switch itself and the concept and what they do is going to be for a very long time, in my opinion. But do you mean this current Switch that we have? I think this current Switch, before a new model comes, I think we'll see a new model in 2020 in some way, shape, or form. Let's see here. All right, take it easy, Avidin. You streaming tonight, homie? Link your channel if you're streaming. Deadlock7 says, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see re-release the physical version of games like Doom, etc. on bigger carts once the price comes down. Yeah, they'll just probably re-release it. Yeah, exactly. I think so. Let's see here. John B says, Players is playing the new Minecraft. All right, new Minecraft. Awesome stuff, man. David Guido says, my fave is Octopath. Yep, Octopath is amazing. Octopath all summer, says Fairy Tiger. Octopath, duh, says Aron. Yeah, man. Guys, you guys gotta please tag me. Okay, you spelled it wrong. Chuckle Cheese, you spelled my name wrong, so that's why I didn't show up in orange. But I'll read off this one. It says, OJ, when do you think Xenoblade 3 will come out? Not for a while. Paint Fat Purple says Octopath Traveler, favorite summer game. Keenan Parker says favorite summer game. Puyo Puyo Tetris. That's a good summer game, man. It's good stuff. Dragon Gamer says players in Smash Brothers Ultimate when it comes out. That's not a summer game. That would be winter, right? So how can that be your favorite summer game when it doesn't come out in the summer? Let's see here. Sweet Life of Dio Brando says, okay, hold up. I'm not reading any more ones that don't tag me. You got to tag me in 3 words. Best infomercial ever. Sonic Mania Plus is definite must. Yeah, man. It was so good, that commercial. I actually have to make a video on it. So yeah, check that out if you guys haven't done that. It's really cool. Daniel Espinoza, what's up, Daniel? How's it going, man? This is Players BlazBlue cross tag battle for the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, man. Like I'm waiting for them to do like an ultimate edition of that game. Then I'll probably pick it up. Zeno Official says, when will Octopath Traveler hit 1 million copies sold, you reckon? Let's slow down. I'm not really sure. Let's get the sales tomorrow, then maybe let's get some of the Japanese numbers. But I mean, if I had to just give a rough estimate, I would say that it's pretty close to that, or it's near that now. You know, I would say that it probably sold around maybe 400 to 500,000. I'd probably say more than that, maybe 600 to 700,000 units in the first week, and then it'll probably reach 1 million by the end of the month, maybe. Let's see here. El Trooper Garbage says, I'm playing Octopath right now, and I plan to buy Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate and, of course, Xenoblade 2 Torna DLC. I'm really looking forward to that Xenoblade 2 Torna DLC. Amiibo Fences Players, I got both physical version and digital version of Sonic Mania alongside the Plus DLC. Okay, cool. How do you like it, man? Team Alkaline says, Players' favorite summer game is Octopath Traveler. Love it. MFS Gameplay says, Players, I'm playing Octopath while listening to you. Yeah, that's how good it is. Boy Z says, Players, what are your opinions on the whole situation that exclusives is what is running the ruining? I think you meant ruining. You said running the game company, but ruining. My opinion is that it's not true. Keenan Parker says, let's see, Players, since also BlazBlue cross tag is also my favorite summer game. Well, favorite summer games. I think I put an S, so you can have multiple games. Deadlock 7 says Sonic Mania is good, not upgraded to the new version yet though. Hoping to get Octopath tomorrow. Then Xenoblade 2 will be my summer games. All right, there you go. Prince Gross's Players is my favorite summer game so far is Ys 8. Yeah, Ys 8 is actually a really good summer game because it's on the beach. You know, it's like shoreside and all that. So that's a really good summer game, which I will be getting back to playing that once I finish Octopath. But I'm going to be playing Octopath for a while. Xeno Official Players is just trying to get dubs on Season 5 of Fortnite, but I'll be getting more games as soon as my birthday hits in August. All right, there you go, man. Soccer Star 9001 says, Players, do you want Smash Melee port? Yeah, I think a Smash Melee port would be good. Or just like a virtual console type of release, you know. Nintendo says, Players, in summer game, definitely Ys 8 and Octopath. Question, what do you think about the one guy said on Twitter about Nintendo only being for kids, the Octopath joke? Well, I mean, I don't think anything badly about him. I don't want to sit here and berate him or anything. There's nothing wrong with him. I just think that joke is so played out. It's just crusty. It's as crusty as Wolfenstein's gameplay, Wolfenstein 2's gameplay. It's crusty. It's the same type of joke that we've been hearing now for, 15, 20 years when it's not really applicable anymore. It's not really a thing anymore. And people still make the same crusty, old, played out joke. I mean, like I said, he made a joke. It's fine. I'm not trying to be like a Debbie Downer or anything. You guys all know I'm down for a good joke. But how many times do people gotta post stuff? I mean, this happened with Bayonetta. I thought Nintendo for kids. People were posting screenshots to Miiverse of Bayonetta and different, the positions that Bayonetta makes. All the sexually suggestive positions that Bayonetta makes in Bayonetta 1 and Bayonetta 2. I mean, this goes all the way back to Conker's Bad Fur Day. I mean, this goes back to Nintendo when they got exclusive on Resident Evil. I mean, it's just the same crusty old joke we've heard forever. So I mean, that's what I said. Why is this still a thing? Like this joke is old. It's like, it's like the pull my finger joke. Like at this point, it's crusty. It's crusty old Wolfenstein gameplay, man. Like, so that's basically how I see it at this point. Favorite summer game: Ys, Nathaniel Ventura, Ys 8. Yeah, man. Good stuff. Riku Key says Octopath Traveler, Victor Van, Dark Souls Remastered, Code of Princess EX, Blade of Strangers, Dragon Ball FighterZ are my favorite summer games of summer. Okay. Some of those games aren't out yet, but yeah, good stuff. Bought Xenoblade 2.2 weeks ago, 140 hours in. Let's go. You're getting it in, man. John B says, Players, since loving Octopath, complete 180 from Setsuna, aka the only game I regret buying on the Switch. Yeah, man. I think we got a raid here. Did we get a raid? Mr. Minty Switch Stop raid. Shout outs to the Switch Stop boys. Switch Stop boys, thank you for the raid. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate that. If there is actually a raid. Shout outs, guys. Let's see here. Press F for Switch Stop. Okay, I got it here. Sorry about that, guys. I was caught up. There was 200 something people in here before the raid, so I'm terribly sorry. Thank you for the raid, Switch Stop. Switch Stop, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. I was just really behind on the comments, guys. The stream isn't actually lagging. The latency is pretty good because I don't have DVR set, so the latency is good. I can see you guys. It's almost real-time interactions that we have here, so it's not that bad. Yeah, man, Wolfenstein's game. Yeah, Nathaniel. Yeah, I don't care what anybody says. You can sit here and say Wolfenstein's the greatest game in the world. That's cool. I'm not doubting that. I'm just saying Wolfenstein's gameplay is crusty. It's crusty and it's old. Wolfenstein 2 plays like a 2004 shooter. It plays like GoldenEye, but just graphics and shock value. That's all Wolfenstein is. That's what that whole franchise is. Graphics and shock value. The gameplay is crusty as heck. Man, that's the only game that I've ever got that I've deleted off my hard drive. Like literally, I deleted the full thing. I didn't cloud reserve it. I literally deleted the full thing off my hard drive. Gone, the whole thing. Crusty gameplay. People out here talking like Wolfenstein's the greatest thing in the world. Been playing games like 2008 Call of Duty 4 plays just like Wolfenstein. God, so overrated, but whatever. This is my opinion, guys. Just my opinion. It's not like it's fact or anything. My hopes for Metroid Prime 4 bounty hunts. Actually be a bounty hunter for once. Let's see here. David Guido says played Yonder 95% complete. Yeah, I saw that on Twitter, man. Good stuff. Alonzo Vine says my favorite summer games are Octopath Traveler and Patio Box. All right, cool. RX Stream Gaming says, do you think Nintendo Switch will still sell strong when the PS5 and Xbox 2 comes out? Yeah, it still will, because PS5 and Xbox 2 aren't going to be able to play games anywhere that you want. Let's see here. Yep, I know we got it right. Yep, I mentioned that. Let's see here. J2 Boosters Persons. I've been playing Octopath Traveler, Captain Toad, finishing up Kirby Star Allies, and Tropical Freeze, picking up Mega Man X Legacy Collection, and maybe Code of Princess. Yeah, I still have to stream I still have to stream Captain Toad. I'll probably stream Captain Toad sometime this week. I don't know when though. Let's see here. Soccer Star 9001 says, Parsons, do you think Microsoft will release a Banjo 1 and Banjo 2 remastered 360 version just to let Banjo be in Smash? I don't think that's going to guarantee that Banjo gets in Smash. But Banjo's not going to be in Smash. So, yeah. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. Let's see here. The Perturbed Sun says, I grabbed Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age, after you mentioned it on a Spawncast, and you were right. It's dope. Yo, shoutouts, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for coming over to my channel and watching. Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age is really good. Deadlock7 says, also, we'll be playing lots of indies throughout the summer. So many games. There's so many games. There's way too many games. What's up, NX Revolution? How's it going, man? How you doing today, NX? MFS Gameplay says, player since is Ease 8 only digital? No, it's physical, because I went to GameStop looking for it. There's just low stock right now, and a lot of the stock is sold out in the game, but no, it's just low stock. I mean, even a PS4 version of Ease 8 is low stock. Like, it's even hard to find that. Not only that, but the PS4 version of Ease 8, Locker must have done it, is still $59.99. So yeah, I mean, you might be able to get it a little bit cheaper, but there's so few copies floating around. The price is just still up there. So PB says, Parsons, top 5 favorite RPGs of all time. That's a tough. That's more of like a video than a question. But I know like Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Chrono Trigger, Secret of Mana, games like that are all in there. A lot of cool games. Excuse me. Let's see here. Mega Man X is out. Mega Man X is not out. I think it comes out next week. Is Doom's gameplay crusty too? No, Doom's gameplay is not as crusty as Wolfenstein's gameplay. Doom's gameplay is It's a little bit crusty, but it's nowhere near as bad. I actually enjoyed Doom a lot more than I enjoyed Wolfenstein 2. Doom has upgrades, Doom has runes and abilities, Doom has multiplayer for transformations, Doom has like some modern some modern stuff into the shooter. Wolfenstein 2 is just a crusty shooter that uses racism and shock value to get you to not racism as they're racists who made it, but it uses that, like, though it puts emotions into you to feel a certain way, shock value through story, like a movie, and it has the same old crusty gameplay that we've played. I don't think it's that great. I think it's about graphics and shock value. The game itself is kind of trash. If the graphics sucked in the game, nobody would buy that crap. If the graphics weren't good, nobody would buy it. It's a crusty game. It sells on graphics and shock value. That's it. It has no soul. Wolfenstein 2 has zero soul. It's not a game where they said, hey, let's make a cool game. Let's put this in here. Let's put these abilities in here. Let's do this. It's just a game that they said, okay, how can we shock people through a story, and let's make the best graphics that we can make, for whatever system that it's on, with the frame rate or whatever it is, like PS4, Xbox One, whatever the case is. It's crusty. I don't think it's good at all. It's horrible. Doom is a lot better, in my opinion. Now, obviously, I can realize that separate my opinion. Okay, is Wolfenstein 2 a good game? Absolutely, Wolfenstein 2 is a good game. Outside of my opinion, from what the standards of what people think a good game is, Wolfenstein 2 is that. So I don't want to step on anybody's toes or hurt somebody's opinion or feelings if they feel Wolfenstein 2 is a good game. I'm just saying, from my own personal standpoint, it's the crustiest game I've ever played, and it's like, there's only 2 games that I've ever thoroughly gotten rid of when I bought them in my modern age, like in the modern age of gaming, and that was Sonic Boom: Rise of Lyric on the Wii U. I didn't want that in my house. That game sucks so bad, I didn't even want it in my presence. I don't sell my games back, guys. I don't do any of that. I keep all my games, I keep all of them. That game, I didn't even want in my presence. I didn't want it around me. I didn't want it around my daughter. I didn't want it in my house, so I got rid of it. Wolfenstein 2 is the next game where I don't want it in my presence. It's like I said, it's not as bad. I'm not trying to compare the two. I actually just did compare the two, but I'm just saying it's only the second time that I've ever deleted a game completely, or just got rid of a game completely, because I don't even want to look at it. I don't even want to see it on my hard drive or anything like that. I don't want to see it. Yo, what's up, Obi-Wan? How's it going, man? Thanks for coming out. Thanks for coming out to the stream, homie. Let's see here. J2 Blue says, do you think Bayonetta 3 could come out next year with Platinum Games working on Babylon's Fall? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Bayonetta 3 is going to come out next year. Let's see here. And just to let you know, Platinum Games has a bunch of people that work for them. They don't only work on one game at a time. Just letting you know. They have multiple teams and they work on multiple games. Christopher with the $3.99 donation says, graphics is half the draw of Western games. Graphics is 75% of the draw of Western games. I don't think it's even half. It's 75% of the draw. The rest is multiplayer and gameplay, but graphics are the main thing, because most of the games play exactly the same. So graphics are literally the main thing for big budget games. Absolutely, graphics. Heck, 50%, 75%. It's somewhere in that range, in my opinion. Major Western games, guys. I almost said that word. Big budget games. Not independent developers, not indie developers, not smaller games, but major Western games. Yeah, in my opinion. Let's see. Since when did I become AVGN? I didn't. What? What are you talking about? Yeah, Sonic Boom: Rise of Lyric, man. That game is trash. Absolute trash. Grubby K9 says, is Metroid Zero Mission when she lost her suit? It was a great moment, and Samus made her feel powerless. Yeah, that's when she lost her suit. Zero Mission. Yeah. JG says, I didn't want it around my daughter. Has me howling. Yeah, man. I didn't want it around my daughter. I didn't want the taint. I didn't want my daughter thinking that might be something, because, like, children are attracted to mascots, to characters, and I didn't want her to grab the game and say, hey, Dad, can we play this? Even though she was actually really small. I mean, she wasn't old enough to play games. I think she was, how old was she when that game came out? She was 2, but she still would look, I mean, she would still just sit there and press buttons with me, and I didn't want her to grab the game and say, hey, Dad, can we play this? She was barely talking at that time, like, she could barely make out words, but she was talking a little bit, and she would say, Dad, this, let's play this. Or she'd point and poke and do this. So I didn't want her to accidentally say, let's play this or play this, because, so I got rid of it. I didn't want to run my daughter, man. Let's see. Did I talk about the new Switch? What did you end up with? Well, we talked about a lot of different things. It would be difficult for me to go over everything. But watch the replay if you want to get the full gambit of what I said. But essentially, I was saying that Nintendo's going to start a whole different line. Like, it's completely different from the PS4 and Xbox One. I think we're going to see a system that's going to be a custom chip, not just the Tegra X1, a custom chip. And they're going to be able to do something that's pretty crazy when it comes to the graphical powers of the next Switch. Not like a new Nintendo Switch or like a Switch 2.0, but like the actual next Nintendo Switch. So yeah, and shout outs to the people who rated. If you guys are still here or the new subscribers, check out the link in the description below. We do have an Octopath Traveler giveaway. Let me go in and link that for you guys, for the new people that came in. We have an Octopath Traveler giveaway that's going down right now, and I want to make sure that you guys all see it. So check this out here, guys. I'll go ahead and link that in the chat below. There you go. There's also a link in the description below too, so you guys check out the giveaway too. I'm on there. Team Alkaline says, player, since actually graphics for big budget Western games are 85 to 90% of the draw. I mean, it might be, dude. It might be. It might be. Greg Buchanan says, you missed my first comment. Player says, LOL, do you think they can incorporate the Zero Suit into Metroid Prime 4? Absolutely. I'd love to see them incorporate Zero Suit into Metroid Prime 4. Let's see here. NX Revolution says, player, since I think they're going to put the Xavier chip in there. I don't, you know what, the thing about it is that maybe it might be based off of it, but I think it's going to be a custom chip. Maybe it's based off of the Xavier chip, but I don't know if they're going to just put something stock into there. Now that they know that the Nintendo Switch is a hit and this concept works, I think that they might make a custom chip. Maybe it's based off of the Xavier, but I don't think it's just going to be a stock default Xavier chip. I really think they're going to make something custom for it. Nintendo's always used to making custom chips for their systems. This is weird to see that they just took a stock part off the shelves. But I honestly think that they're not going to do that this upcoming one with the next Switch. I think they're going to make something custom. But that's just me. I mean, you're right. They could use the Xavier chip, but I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think they are. Let's see here. Bubsy 3D. What was your first game? Oh, my first game. Make sure you tag me at Player Essence, guys. Tag me at Player Essence. It makes it easier for me to see the questions if you're talking to me or if you're talking to somebody else in the chat. My first game ever that I played was Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle. I think I was 2 years old. That's my earliest memory is of these things in order. My brother towering over me because my brother is 6 years older than me. My mom, you know, holding me and doing this and kissing me and moving me, and I remember that, just my mom always doing this and loving me like you know, she's supposed to love a child. I remember my brother just being this huge tall figure, you know, that was always around because he would take care of me, like I think when my mom was at work or whatever. So I just remember my brother just being so tall. I thought he was like the tallest dude ever. And I remember Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle, him playing the game, and me trying to play and just dying all the time because I was like little. And I remember stairs and a brown carpet. Those are my earliest memories of anything. So Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle and everything that I just said. That's the earliest stuff that I remember from living. Let's see here. J2 Blue says, Parsons, do you think there's a chance that Klonoa could be in Smash? There's zero chance of Klonoa being in Smash. What was the last Klonoa game? Was that like on the Wii? That's not even a first. It's not even. That's a third-party character too. So a third-party character needs to be an icon. Klonoa's not an icon. He's just Klonoa. Well, he's somewhat of an icon, but yeah, it's not happening. Aron says, Parsons, they should add third-person option in Metroid Prime 4. First person gives me a headache, dude. Please, 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 Bandai Namco, please, Nintendo, do not make us play Metroid Prime 4 in all first person. I would love for a third-person mode. I would love it. I would love it. I would love it. I don't think it's going to happen, but man, I would really love it for a third-person mode. First person is played out and crusty. Sorry for using that word again, but it's crust. It's crustish. Was Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle a good game? Can you remember? I've played it afterwards. Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle is a bad game, but it's better than Bugs Bunny's Birthday Bash, which is even more of a horrible game. When I was a kid, I loved Bugs Bunny. We watched Looney Tunes all the time, so we would play these games, and I didn't think that they were bad when I was playing them when I was a kid. Bugs Bunny's Birthday Bash is a horrible game, but I didn't think it was bad when I was a kid. I played it, and that was that, you know. But Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle is actually not a bad game. It's actually a good game. You can play Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle today and be somewhat entertained with it. But Bugs Bunny's Birthday Bash is just a horrible trash game. It's just a really bad game. But those are my earliest memories of Bugs Bunny games. But no, it's not a bad game at all. You can play it. You guys should check it out. Check it out. Emulator or whatever the case is. Check out Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle. It's a unique game. It's like Daffy Duck and Yosemite Sam. They're all chasing you. It's almost like kind of like a Burger Time type of game, and like you have to like get things and like you can knock them out. You have to just like collect carrots, you know, and stuff on the screen. Then you leave. Then you exit the stage. And you go to the next thing, and then you go to the next thing, and it just rearranges it. You know, I don't think many people think it's a good game, but I don't think it's a bad game overall. So let's see here. When's the next game you're streaming after you finish Octopath? I'm not sure because I don't know when I'm going to be done with Octopath, so I'm not really sure. And I have to stream Captain Toad too, so. And I got a review code for Captain Toad from Nintendo, so just letting you guys know. Deadlock 7 says, players, since NVIDIA are doing well off the Switch, pretty sure the partnership will take the places tech-wise where people could barely believe on such a small device. Exactly, that's what I was saying, Deadlock 7. That's why I think that the Nintendo Switch is going to be a custom chip. Like Nintendo and NVIDIA are really gonna up their game now that they know that the Switch is a success, you know. Our Extreme says, players, since Xenoblade or Octopath, lol, this is going to kill you. Well, for right now, it's Xenoblade, because I've beat Xenoblade. I haven't beat Octopath. So once I finish Octopath, we'll have to update that or not. Let's see here. Nathaniel Ventura says, players, since you should make a video comparing Nintendo Switch RPGs in the first 2 to 3 years compared to the 2 RPGs on the Wii U. Well, I've already talked about it. I think it would be a pathetic type of video to make. But yeah, it might be something that I could do in the future. Let's see here. C-Fine Coco. What's up, man? How's it going, dude? He says, the Switch 2 should be as powerful as the Xbox One X in handheld mode and equal the power of the Xbox and PlayStation 2 in dock mode. That would be very hard. I'm not exactly sure how much you want to spend on a Nintendo Switch, but what you're asking for would be very, very difficult and very, very expensive for Nintendo. And then on top of that, what about memory? What about power? What about power consumption? I don't think you have any. You don't have any grasp of heat consumption, battery life, power. To be able to be as strong as an Xbox One X in handheld mode, that would be a very, very difficult thing to do. Xbox One X is about 30 to 40% more powerful than the PS4 Pro, based off of what Microsoft says. Think about that for a second. The PS4 Pro is a lot more powerful than the Nintendo Switch as it is right now. Unless you want the next Switch to literally burst into flames and explode in your hands, and also to be $700, what you're asking for is very, very difficult. Now, maybe 2 Switches down the line, maybe after the next Nintendo Switch, and then the revision of that Switch, the next Nintendo Switch, maybe that could get there. But what you're asking for an affordable price that won't explode in your hands, that's going to have decent battery life, that would be very tough if you're talking about the next Switch coming out in the next 4 to 5 years. That would be very, very difficult to do. Which it probably could be done, but the system would cost $600 to $700 because you'd have to have enough memory, you'd have to have the battery. The battery would have to be, I mean, that system that you're talking about, it would last for 20 minutes. It would explode in your hands. It would be a very difficult type of system to make. So yeah, that'd be tough, dude. Very, very tough. Let's see here. Team Alkaline says, why does the majority of persons want every single video game character to be known to man in Smash? Because it's a crossover game, so people want a lot of different stuff. PB says, doesn't watching Naruto and My Hero makes you want to be the best you can? I feel that way. Absolutely. It gives you encouragement, of course. Enrique Pinero says, I concur. Would love Metroid Prime 4 had third-person view as well. Absolutely. I think that they can also make Metroid Prime 4 more popular in Japan if they make it third-person. I think it'll sell just as much in Japan. Well, it would sell more in Japan, and it would sell just as much in the Americas. I don't think first-person is integral to the Metroid Prime experience. I know people like to think that, but I honestly don't think first-person is integral to that experience. I don't think it has to be in first-person for it to be a Prime game, you know? In my opinion, it doesn't have to be. But that's just me. Or just make an optional mode. Heck, even Fallout has Fallout 3 and 4 has first person and third person, so why not? Why not Metroid? Let's see here. Keenan Parker says, Parsons, have you heard of the game called Plumbers Don't Wear Ties on the 3DO? I've heard of that game, yeah, man. It's stupid. Deadlock7 says, I'm hoping that Metroid Prime 4 will have elements like Fallout 4. Also, that has a third person. Oh, I just talked about that. It shows how it can work. I mostly play Skyrim in third person. Skyrim third person is kind of trash, but yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying, man. Soccer Star says Sony Prez said that the Vita would burst into flames. It feels as strong as the PS3. Yeah, at the time, if they tried to make a system back when they were developing the Vita as strong as the PS3, it would literally burst into flames. Like the Xbox 360 burst into flames, you know, and that was a home console, and that overheated. So you guys got to think about it. For a portable device, it has to be efficient. You can't put like a Xbox One X chip into into a Switch. First of all, it'd be the size of. You'd be playing. Here's the new Switch, guys. the system would be this big, which is almost the size of a Wii U almost. So you'd be like this, dude. You'd be playing the biggest system out there, man. You just have this huge system, Game Gear, man. So yeah, it'd be tough. Let's see here. Grubby K9 says they would have it right, just like you mentioned for Fallout. Don't do it like Gears. I like Gears, but not for Metroid. Yeah, I don't want a behind the back like a Resident Evil style third person. I don't want that for Metroid. I want like a Fallout type for like third person mode in there, something like that. Go 816 says, you got Ubisoft's new shark game? Nah, I don't waste my time with that, man. I don't waste my time with that. I can't be wasting my time with shark games, dude. I'm a busy guy. I don't want to sit here and sound like you know, over important or anything like that, but I'm really busy. I don't have time for shark games. But yeah, looks kind of cool. Guys, have any other questions? We're about 1:34, so we're pretty much wrapped up with this one, but we can definitely answer some more questions if you guys want me to. In the meantime, I'll find somebody that we can raid. I do have to make sure that I don't go too much over the time period here, guys, because I have to edit tonight and I have to go to the gym. All right, I think I found somebody that we can raid as well. RX stream, I don't think you have to worry about that, dude. C5 Cocos is player says, what do you want the power of the next Switch to be? I want the power of the next Switch to essentially be like probably like around, I think it's going to be like around maybe a little bit above PS4, somewhere in that range. I think, yeah, that's a little bit above PS4. Maybe some custom APIs and stuff to squeeze some more juice out of it, but I think it's going to be around, yeah, PS4 a little bit above that, yeah. Just so it can be affordable. That's the main thing. Like, it needs to be affordable. It needs to be able to not explode in your hands. It needs to be able to have balance. Like I said, I can see why people would want it to be super more, like a lot more powerful and everything, but I just don't think it's possible at a price range. You know, remember, guys, you know, with the chip that's like literally. Is there anything that, I mean, it's smaller than this. Like, the chip is tiny. It's small. It's like this big. Like, it'd be difficult, you know. A port of Samus Returns would be nice. I would actually love a port of Samus Returns, but I don't think it'd be a port. They'd have to remake it. I know you were joking, Goat 816. I know you were joking. I know you didn't think that I would. I mean, you've been around. You know I wouldn't get that type of game. You know that I don't even like Ubisoft. I used to own a PS Vita, but I got rid of my PS Vita because it's not the system for me. But I think it's a cool little system. I don't think it's bad. It's all right. It's just not for me. Deadlock 7 says, player, since under PS4 Pro power on the Switch would be awesome. Imagine the next Zelda. I think the next Zelda would just probably have better frame rates. I don't think it'd look so much better, to be honest. I mean, it would look better, absolutely, but I think it would just be like a 60 frames per second version of what we've got, to be honest. Just sharper, cleaner, all that. I don't think it's going to be, like I said, there's a certain art style that Nintendo uses that no matter what you push to the next amount of power, it's going to look a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can play, like, Fortnite in 4K. And, well, on a technical level, that's a lot more technologically advanced than, like, let's say, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. But looking at the two games, is it like, do you think, like, oh my gosh, Fortnite just looks 10 times better? Not really, because of the art style that they use. So I think that you're applying the power and what you see from PS4 and Xbox One games from third-party developers. You're applying that and kind of trying to translate that to Nintendo, but I don't think it works. I don't think it's going to translate that out exactly. I think what we're going to see from Nintendo's next system, we're going to see much better resolutions. We're going to see better draw distances. We're going to see better clarity, better frame rates, but generally the games are going to look, they're going to look kind of the same. They're going to look kind of the same. I don't think, like, the law of diminishing returns is and will play a part. I mean, we're already seeing it. Let's just be real here, guys. We're already seeing it. Law of diminishing returns is real. It's real. Let's see here. DX 11332 Sega says, Parsons, do you think a 1800p is more possible in 5 years for the Switch 2? I'm not sure. Is 1800p a thing? Is that a thing? That's a weird number, isn't it? Deadlock 7 says, hold up, never mind, I already read that. Yeah, I rated Obi just a little bit ago, though. Shout outs to my boy Obi. But I just rated him. I have another streamer that we're going to raid that I haven't rated in a while. Saw consensus player, since will Metroid Prime 4 be 60 frames per second? Probably. Every single Metroid Prime game, I think every Metroid Prime game ever made is 60 frames per second. Outside of Metroid Prime, is Federation Force? That's not 60 frames per second, is it? But most of the Metroid Prime games are all 60. Metroid Prime Pinball, is that 60 frames per second? I don't know. So, you know, I think those games will be good. There's a number of different ways to play Mario 64 on the go. You mean on the go badly on the Switch? Is that what you mean? Because there's a number of ways. I mean, the DS has it. You can play it on the 3DS. Mario 64 3DS, man. Play it on the go. Gotta have a 3DS though. Yeah, exactly. Sweet wife of Dio Brando. Super Mario DS is a portable remake of Mario 64, and it has extra content too. Deadlock 7 says, frames and resolution is all we need for next-gen Nintendo. I agree. Games will mostly look the same. I play Fortnite on Switch and my PC. The games are still the same experience. Yeah, frame rates and resolution, but generally geometry and how the games look are the same. It looks smoother. Fortnite looks smoother. It looks better. Like, I played on PC too in 1080p. Looks smoother. It looks better. Frame rate runs better, but generally looks the same. You know, so a lot of diminishing returns. We'll see better resolutions, see better frame rates, but compare it to frame rate or compare it to watching, like, if you guys have 4K TVs or anything, like watch Fortnite in 4K, you know, and then watch it in 1080p. Like, same thing, but just sharper, clearer, better draw distances, things like that, you know. Dragon Gamer says, where my paper Mario 1000-year door on Switch? Hopefully we get it at some point, dude. But I mean, I don't develop on it, so why? You guys can be like, where's it at? I don't know. Why don't you go ask the developers? Go ask Intelligent Systems. Go ask Nintendo. Let's see here. Go 816 says, persons, do you honestly think Nintendo won't have anything additional to their online like Nia thinks? I don't think we know it all. Nia likes to make assumptions before she knows what she's talking about. Because she's lost all faith in the Nintendo, like, online and all that stuff like that. Like, Nia also said that there's not going to be, like, the app is stupid. We're not going to get voice chat through the system at all. You know, and then we got that with Fortnite. So, I mean, she likes to make assumptions about stuff like that. I mean, they all trashed on Fire Emblem. They all called it a bomb and it was a flop. And said all sorts of stupid things about Fire Emblem Warriors, and then Fire Emblem Warriors sold over 1 million units. They said that they were adding in stupid stuff to Fire Emblem Warriors, like the bride outfit, you know, that was dumb and that has no place in Fire Emblem. And then they didn't know that the bride is actually an official. The bride is an official class in Fire Emblem Awakening with the DLC. The bride, it's like the Dread Fighter, you know. So they often say things that they don't know about. They just make assumptions, which is fine. People are entitled to their opinion. I watched Nia's videos. A lot of the stuff I don't agree with, a lot of the stuff that she says, because she just makes a lot of assumptions on things based on her own experience and doesn't really think too much far outside of that. But that's okay. There's a lot of people that do that. It's not a big problem. And I still watch her. I still love Nia. She's a great YouTuber. She's a great content creator. But she often says things sometimes that she doesn't know about, or she'll just make assumptions about because she expects the worst, which is fine. She hasn't been happy with the online with the Nintendo Switch. So if she doesn't think that they're going to add anything else to it, then that's fine. But history tells us, based on what we've already seen with the Nintendo Switch Online, based on when they first announced it, compared to what they said it was going to be, compared to how they said virtual console games was going to be out, compared to what they're doing, even when they first launched the app and what they're doing with that, chances are they're going to actually change things and add new features over the course of time. I would probably bank on that, but hey, nothing like the present, right? We can all live in the present, but I'm pretty sure they're going to add it, and there's going to get more things just because they've already done that to this point. So I'm just going logical, no emotional decision, because I don't care at this point. We've got Discord, we've got so many tools to get people into games and everything. Like, so for me, it's like whatever, you know. But I can understand for other people. No, definitely, but you know, she's not a hater, so definitely not a hater. Like I said, I watch her, I like Nia, she's cool, she's awesome, she's part of the unicorn gang, you know. People who watched my last stream yesterday, you guys know what I'm talking about, like the unicorns. She's part of the unicorn gang, but like I said, sometimes they just talk without actually, before they know anything, you know. Like I said, they've done it before. They do it a lot. So that's just their MO. It's fine. Which is fine. It's fine. I mean, she could be right. She could be right. She could be 100% right. Then I look stupid, you know? Then I look dumb. So, I think, I think that's it. I think we're good. I think we are good. So, okay, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I know we had a couple of new people join in. I saw some new names. Make sure you guys check out my Octopath Traveler giveaway. I have a giveaway going down. You guys go in and enter into that. There's multiple ways to get multiple entries into there. So make sure you check it out. And make sure you sign up for that Octopath giveaway. Get all the entries in that you need. So we're going to be doing that in the next 30 days. So that'll be going down. I'll be reminding you guys every single day to make sure you enter in. Also, make sure you check out the videos that I had. I had 2 videos for the day. We talked about some Hollow Knight DLC. We talked about more Octopath news and all sorts of good stuff. So make sure you check that out as well. This live stream will be live unless there's no copyrights. This live stream will be live, or not live, will be up on the channel in a couple different hours. And I might have an Octopath stream tonight. I might not. Just depends. I'm kind of tired and I still need to go to the gym. So yeah, there's that. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And we got to raid somebody. We're going to raid my boy Jesse Mercury. I have not raided him in a while. My boy Jesse Mercury is playing Link to the Past. His first playthrough ever of Link to the Past. He has 14 people watching. So I need you guys to head over to my boy Jesse Mercury's channel. Let him know. Player Essence. Make sure you put Player Essence out full. Player Essence raid. Player Essence raid. Let him know that your boy Player Essence sent you guys over. Go ahead and subscribe to the man. He has 1.5 thousand subscribers. He's going on 2K. So go over to his channel, man. Check it out. Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. First playthrough. Awesome stuff there. Jesse Mercury is really cool. He raided me a while back. So just wanted to kind of return the favor there. So check out Jesse Mercury, man. Awesome channel, awesome dude. Great production on his live streams. He has a good green screen going. Good layout for Legend of Zelda. So awesome stuff there. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate each and every single one of you guys. And we will see you guys for the next one. Peace out. Head over to Jesse Mercury's channel. Raid him.